Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction for Overlord episode 12. And you know what to do as always. If you want to see the reaction itself, you can just go down into the description. Just a little thing different, I will start with uploading the reactions on two platforms now. Because, as you may have realized, it's happening more and more that the 1K, the 1000 views on my Google Drive is exceeded, and then the video doesn't work anymore. You can still download it there, however. So the first of you who come along, watch it there. It's possibly the better quality, I guess. For everyone later on, if you have the ability to download, feel free to do so. If you don't, just go into the second link. It should be there theoretically all the time, just hoping it's not deleted somehow. If neither of them should work, just write me a comment. So, that's it. Go there, watch, enjoy, and once you've finished, feel free to come back here and hear what I thought about this very, very, very overpowered episode. See you soon. For those of you who came back, welcome back. So, well, I mean, first one's first, yeah, what a fight. I mean, what the heck? Oh, it's incredible. I mean, the question is always, what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy a lot of content, discussions, emotions, everything? Yes, I do. Do you enjoy a good fight from time to time? Definitely do as well. And this episode was just that, you know, in your face. I like this picture here a lot because this is in the fight where I, for a split second, thought the fight was over. In the meaning of that Lord Ainz had a trap prepared. So he used one of the shield spells, of the defensive spells he had to get away from the lance she was trying to stick him with, and then put up the bone wall, which would have made only partial sense, but it was okay already for defensive, you know. She blasted through, and then he was standing there, and it felt to me like grinning with those magical seals. And I thought like that if you jump into such a seal, and it's activated, that's it. You know, your hold, it's like a hold spell, a paralyze, something like that. And then he would have at least a big advantage. But she escaped from that one as well. So, but I like it. It was a clever setup move, which, by the way, is the main thing in this fight. Although there's a lot of like punching at each other, just throwing direct spells at each other, they both have some kind of clever tactics. They have defensive shields, they have offensive spells that counter each other out. And especially Lord Ainz has a lot of preparation before, which is what possibly will give him an advantage, or even gave him the advantage to survive so long. So, what a fight. So let's just go in and talk about it. So he didn't come along. He took Aura and Mare with him to scout the area if there are enemies, because that was one of the major questions for him. He explicitly stated that they should withdraw in case enemies are there, because he wants, in case that there are enemies, not to lose his people, not to lose his god items he has. His, you know, from the guild. And he somehow, I think he wants to use the fact that there are enemies nearby. I can only guess, in case they would attack, maybe he can redirect the attack on Shaltir, and then she would go berserk mode onto them instead of him. Maybe. She's still strangely controlled. It's a mix-up now of the control magic from the god item, world item, sorry. And as it seems, when she gets attacked, she falls into a rage and simply has to counterattack. Which possibly, I guess, it improves her abilities if she does. So rage gives you this, but it is a huge disadvantage if someone knows it, and for herself, because she cannot stop, it seems. She's enjoying it, however. Especially against someone as worthy as him. I am not sure if we will see any usage of the two god items that Aura and Mare are carrying. Deception of Nature and Society, and the glove where I didn't write down the name. as the same as Shalt here, I'm a little bit surprised he is not wearing his god items either. And it's all of his equipment, you know. I think he would have had benefits using, as example, the staff, which is created out of 7 god items, if I remember correctly. I guess it would have given him a great advantage. But we don't know. So one thing is possibly that he doesn't want it to fall into the wrong hands in case he doesn't win. The other thing is maybe, just maybe, he has some kind of a deception going on as well. I'm not sure if he's just wearing a robe there. So there are multiple things. Maybe this robe is more than it looks. Maybe it has some specific abilities that we do not know yet. Maybe it is even a world item, although I guess possibly Sholti can see that. She could see his power in the case of MP, so I guess she could see like specialized items, maybe. But let's say she doesn't. Maybe it is a cloak, a garment of some specific power he will use later on, or it is just an illusion spell on him that makes him look like he looks like. And yes, he used all his MP, as did she in the end now. And maybe then he can remove the illusion and is in his full garment, including stuff and a lot of equipment that is one-time usage, partially, like the ones he sticked in. That would possibly put him in an advantage. I think he has better equipment than she has, if he takes it along. However, back to the tomb. Demiurge, interestingly, he was really willing to deny the wish and the order of the guild leader and follow him to rescue him with his minions together, you know? Which on the one hand is very nice, you know, he really wants to protect him. On the other hand, he would disobey him. So, interesting one. I see why it was important for Lord Momonga not to allow it. As we know now, the lance of Sholti is able to suck life essence out of you. So if Demiurge would have come along with his minions, she would possibly have just boosted herself all the time, and you simply cannot beat her then. However, Albedo knew that in advance and put Cositos, I think it is Cositos, there, who simply put the huge halberd onto the neck, onto the breast, the chest area of Demiurge. Nice one. And you know, there was not much word needed. It was a clear statement. If you have an halberd like that on your chest, you know you shouldn't move. So the chances, according to Cositus, who seems to be a lot about logic and realism and keeping you cool, you know, not very emotional. Although we have seen in episodes before that he can be very emotional in strange ways. He said the chances for Lord Momonga to win, for Lord Eins, however we call him now, is 3 to 7. So 30%. That is not a lot. That is really bad, to be more precise. Although, the question is how much he can, he knows about the abilities of Lord Eins, and about, a fight is always about using actions and counter reactions, preparing things and so on. How much does he know about those abilities, in the meaning of how clever Lord Eins is? And because right now it seems this is something that he planned, that he worked with. So, yes, he might be just giving strong words now, Lord Eins, in the end, but I think he really, it really worked out in the way he wanted. He made her throw everything at him, so now she's very, very low, as he is, but he has items and she doesn't, I think. So we will see. When the fight began, you know, there's like a scene of a minute, which you, or maybe 2, you can just jump over. It's like, this is a 2 minutes of buff. And you just start like, break the magic shield, greater protection, improve this, improve that, fly, shield, another shield, maximize this, maximize that, and it went like 1 or 2 minutes. It was incredibly, it was so funny, because that is, if you ever played D&D or Pathfinder, which is a D&D version later on, this is what it is in the end level segment, and it is hilariously stupid. Because in most cases you do in a fight you do not have the time to put in defensive spells. You know, someone is throwing a light lance at you, maybe you can cast one spell. In a roleplay system you can't, it's happening instantly. But maybe it's like shield, you know? Oh my god, there's something coming. But he had the time to prepare, and I think this gave him a lot of benefit in this fight, as we have seen. Then he starts off with a super magic spell, so above level 10, the biggest one we know. Well, they didn't critique it in the tomb. They were discussing it. If it is clever to use this one, because it is a one-time spell. You have them once a day, I think. Is it wise to use it in the beginning? I think so. Because we learned in the past that those super magic spells take a lot of time to cast. So in a fight, you do not have the time to do it. Unless you have someone protecting you all the time and you can cast without being disturbed. Which he hasn't. So it is a very good way to start a fight. Bring out the biggest gun you have and shoot Shorty in the face. And he did. I mean, there was a huge explosion. It was like, whoa. I don't know how low he got her at this moment. But he got her a bit. And this forced her to use a lot of her potentials, of her skills and so on, to heal herself up during the fight, which she now doesn't have anymore. She's at full HP now, at least she states, but she doesn't have any MP, or at least not many. She doesn't have many skills left, so that is the thing now that he knows he just has to chip her down and survive while doing so. She had a lot of surprises in store. That was nice. I liked the idea that she's summoning the household. That is very, very cool. A very nice idea for a vampire to summon shady dogs and vampire bats and stuff alike. That was really nice. As much as him I didn't see coming, she's stabbing them to fill up. Which is because, in my opinion, her household... well, the vampires maybe not. I can see. Normally you would guess she's summoning some kind of undead creature, no? And you cannot suck life out of undead creatures. Which was why it is strange that she was able to do it from Momonga. But he has some kind of life essence. So I guess that's what they are going for. He's moving, he has some kind of life, so maybe that's what she's doing. But I like those. Definitely did. Einherjar, I'm not sure about that one. I think it is Norse mythology, Einherjar. I will possibly have to check that. Because I'm not absolutely sure what it is. I think to remember it was something like a protector, like your shield, like a shield maiden, something like that. But I'm just guessing here. And part of it comes out of Skyrim, because I think to remember there was something like that as well. However, nice one, and it looked cool. It's like your twin sister. And she put a lot of pressure on him until he used the skill. I think it was one... Oh, haven't seen that one before. A very cool skill, no question. Just by the name, goal of our life is death. And he just has to survive for a specific amount of time and then poof. So that's how he got her down. And in the end they stood in the desert, which shows you how much of power they put out there. I guess it is an effect of the skill as well, because that one killed everyone in the area around. She died as well. Shaltir died too due to the spell, it seems, but got revived due to an item that she was given by her creator. So possibly like a one-time revival ring or stuff like that. I thought when he kills her, the the obsession is gone, the order from the item. But it seems not, or at least, or maybe it is that the item just had the effect that she's not directly dying, something like that. But I really thought he was there to kill her, then revive her, and then she's back to normal. Not sure now. But we're in for more fighting, I see. We had some funny things. We had some really cool traps, which I like. It is, if you have the time to prepare a battlefield, that's always of an advantage for you. Like those a lot. The fact that he lured her in to believe that he has a lot of traps everywhere, which is why they had like a magic duel in the beginning, which was definitely to his benefit, because he's no melee fighter at all, while she is. So he tricked her, and this is why she used most of her skills and MP already, because they simply knocked it out each other with their magic, and that was clever. That was the main thing. If she wouldn't have fallen for this trap and would have gone into melee, I think he would have had a lot more problems, because then he cannot cast spell properly. He could attack him all the time, and he would be completely in the defense. So this trick in the beginning was the most important thing, in my opinion. Although he later on had some mines in the air, but I think it's only once. And then my favorite, as strange as it is, my favorite is this picture here right now. It is really cool. I like it. No question there. That is a really, really nice moment. But let's say on number 2 is a shark storm. What the heck? There was a shark inside. Okay, that was just funny. Sorry. So, next time is the question now. Well, we still have Aura and Mara running around in the area. And I am not sure why he gave them god items. Maybe in case someone else has, so that they can defend themselves. I'm not absolutely sure about that one. Maybe he will get them nearby in the end fight, but I really believe he wants to finish her himself and alone. So both are low on MP, both are pretty high on HP yet. I guess Shaltier is completely up. About Momonga, I'm not sure. But we have seen him put those little sticks into his belt. I think those are one-time magic items. I'm not sure about the English word for it. It is, like a scroll, like a one-time scroll, that just with the effect that you have those to break and they activate, I guess. I'm not sure, I guess. So he stated to lend strength from his former comrades, from his guild members, and he had 4 or 5 of them. So I guess he can get some specific abilities or spells that they had. And this will definitely put him on an advantage, because she has to adapt her fighting style then. It would be nice if he would have one of Lord Pecorino, I'm not sure, sorry. I always have Pecorino, I think it is not correct. The one that created Shaltier. Because if he had the option to like transform himself into the outward appearance, it might very well be that it's shaking her to the core. Because if he would look like her direct master, her creator, that might have an effect. Positive or negative, we don't know. It might just be she's going into a frenzy then, but then she's even less controlled. Right now she still is. So those sticks will come in handy. I'm pretty sure they will be important. And apart from that, I don't see anyone interfering. I don't think anyone will interfere right now. They made huge explosions, no question there. I mean, they simply exploded the wood, made a huge desert part there. But I think there's no one near enough. Maybe the rest of the party that was attacked by Shaltier, maybe. But I think they would have wanted to go along as fast as possible. So I think they are gone as well. That's it. Next time, finale. And, I was informed there are some OVAs, so I will have a look in those. And then we will simply continue with Season 2, which is running right now, as I heard. So, that's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed. I did for sure. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.